Say it again.
I love the feeling of cooking and wiping my hands on my clothes. It's just part of the whole experience.
I never wear aprons.
I don't wear aprons. Okay, today we're making homemade pasta. Now I've only done this a couple of times, and the first time I did it, I had to throw the dough away. What we're gonna do is put 2 cups of flour, so let's just get started, and I'll talk along the way. And 2. And then make a little well. Oh, I just need a fork. Can you grab me a fork real quick? Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna crack 3 eggs into the well. Grab me the scraper out of the drawer. I like to have everything out and ready whenever I start making things like this. This is gonna do just fine. Lightly whisk the eggs inside the well. Just kind of break up the yolks there. That looks pretty good. Put that aside. Okay, now I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of oil. And you know, if you like a little extra oil, why not? Just put another half a teaspoon in there. And we're just going to keep moving it. Don't let the eggs run away. Get it all mixed up the best you can. Okay, now depending on where you live and sometimes your ingredients, you know, a little more or less liquid. So we started out here with 2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and I put in a teaspoon of olive oil. So, oh, and I had the 3 eggs. This dough is not workable right now. There's just too much flour on the sides here. So we're gonna add a little bit of water. So don't be scared to add, you know, a tablespoon at a time. Flour my hands a little bit. And then start shaping the dough and roll it around. Get all those little bits on your board. I like to think that once you get the hang of it, it's all in the palm of your hand. You know, you can just do one-handed kneads. The palm of your hand. you just knead and then pick it up with your fingers. But see, now it's feeling good. I don't feel like it's really that sticky. Oh, there is one important thing. If you're gonna add water, add it at the beginning when you've been kneading it for like 8 to 10 minutes and you're like struggling with the dough and you realize that, oh, I should have put some water. It ain't gonna work. You might as well just throw that dough away, because that's exactly what happened to me on the first time I did this. We didn't even get to the taste part, and all it was a sticky mess. I stop and do the tiniest little sprinkles. It looks like, you know, Christmas cookies. A little sprinkle like Christmas cookies. A little sprinkle like Christmas cookies. A little sprinkle like Christmas cookies. We're almost there.
How long has it been?
It's been about 7.5 minutes, I think. It's not even summer and I'm already sweating over this. It's been about 8 to 10 minutes of kneading and we're going to check the dough. So, gonna punch it. Now look at that. Look at that. It's bouncing back. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just know after 8 to 10. Okay, there we go. See? Stick this in a plastic bag and let it rest on the counter for 20 minutes. When you're ready to cut your noodles, leave it out and get it to room temperature before you start cutting. It's probably a good idea to clean up now too. Oh, It's not being stubborn, it's just me. See, I should have just still read the manual. Okay, so the first time I used this, it happened to be on 3. And that's the size of how the pasta sheets come out. So it was kind of thick. And then I changed it to number 7. And number 7 was a nice thin noodle, just depending on how you're cutting your pasta. This little area here is where you're gonna feed your pasta sheets through. This one is a cutter. This one makes fettuccine noodles, and I believe this one makes spaghetti noodles. Okay, it's like a puzzle piece. It's supposed to just slip in through here. There we go. Here's my handle. I'm gonna stick it in the hole that will start spinning where I'm gonna feed the pasta through the first time. I'm gonna put it through at level 3, and then I'll do another pass at level 7. So we've had our pasta sitting out for 20 minutes at room temperature. It's really not that sticky. Let's flour the board a little bit. Can you hand me a butter knife, please? Thank you. All right, I'm gonna cut this to 4 parts. Heck, why don't we just cut it into 8 parts, okay? I don't need to make everlasting long noodles here. Dusting here. I'm just gonna stick it and reach down under there. Now I'm going to change it to number 7 and run it through. Okay, we got our first sheet. So I read that it's best to let your sheets dry for maybe like 8 or 10 minutes before you run them through the cutter, and that way the noodles won't stick together as much. I'm gonna try using my new drying rack, and just lay the sheets here. You can find this lovely drying rack in my link. Reminds me of the old days of hanging out my laundry to dry. Okay, you see there's some holes in the pasta here. I accidentally didn't put the lever to number 3 first. I just put it on 7. Watch, I'll show you. Why don't you look here? It looks it looks horrible. Okay, so you know what? This isn't gonna work. So we're just gonna put it all in a ball, throw a little flour on it. Okay, I'm gonna just put it back on number 3 first. And then we'll dust it a tiny bit so that it doesn't stick again. Turn it back to number 7. Okay, and we're done. We're gonna let these dry on the rack for 8 to 10 minutes before we put them through the cutter to make spaghetti. Okay, we're setting the timer for approximately 8 minutes. Okay, once it catches hold, it's not always perfect, you know. Ah, this one's giving me a heck of a lot of time here. Ah, my handle's coming up. Everything is happening. Let me just cut it off there, okay? This is reality. I wonder how many times they really have to do things on those TV shows. Ah, I'm almost giving up on this sheet. There we go. I got a noodle mess here. This is what you do in a home kitchen. It's edible. It's just that don't squish it. It's still good pasta.
It's Play-Doh.
It's not going to be adequate for using the drying rack. We'll go ahead and make this pasta right now. Just get it so that it can have something to grab hold to. You know, for the sheets.
Yeah, those are much better.
Buy this.
Throw in a little salt. Give a little dash of some oil. just waiting for it to boil. Okay, the water is boiling. Pasta only takes 1 to 2 minutes to cook when you're cooking fresh pasta. We're just gonna put some butter and garlic, and then maybe a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, I'm adding the garlic now. Giving it a little twirl. I'm gonna turn down my heat a little bit. Just need to get those little smells going. And give it a little quick taste test. Ouch! That's good enough. It needs to go in our brown butter right now. Give it a little salt and pepper. Okay, let's plate this up now. I'm a home chef! Thank you for watching my pasta video. Hope you enjoyed it, and links are in the description.